Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Iran has launched a fresh barrage of missiles toward Israel shortly after Mojtaba Khamenei assumed charge as the country's new supreme leader. The strikes come amid the ongoing regional war following the killing of his father, former leader Ali Khamenei, in earlier attacks. Iranian state media said the missile launches were carried out in the name of the new leadership, signaling defiance against the United States and Israel. Israeli defense systems were activated as air raid sirens sounded in several areas, with authorities urging residents to seek shelter. The escalation marks another dangerous turn in the expanding Middle East conflict, raising fresh fears of a wider regional confrontation. In a related development, Iran has formally appointed Mojtaba Khamenei as the country's new supreme leader following the death of his father, Ali Khamenei. The 56-year-old cleric was selected by Iran's Assembly of Experts, the powerful body responsible for choosing the country's top political and religious authority. Mojtaba Khamenei has long been considered an influential but largely behind-the-scenes figure within Iran's leadership and maintains close ties with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. His appointment makes him the third supreme leader of the Islamic Republic since the 1979 revolution and comes at a time of heightened regional tensions and ongoing conflict across the Middle East. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that Iran's next supreme leader will not remain in power without Washington's approval. In an interview with ABC News, Trump said the future leader will have to get approval from us or won't last long. He added that the United States wants to avoid another war with Iran while preventing the country from developing nuclear weapons. Iranian officials rejected the remarks, insisting the selection of a new supreme leader is strictly an internal matter for Iran. The comments come as tensions remain high following the death of Ali Khamenei and the continuing regional conflict. China has also weighed in on the issue, saying it opposes any targeting of Mojtaba Khamenei, the newly named supreme leader of Iran. The statement follows reports that the Israel Defense Forces had issued threats against a successor to the slain leader Ali Khamenei. Speaking at a press briefing, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Guo Jiakun said China strongly opposes interference in the internal affairs of other countries under any pretext. He emphasized that Iran's sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity must be respected. The remarks come as diplomatic tensions intensify alongside the ongoing military escalation in the region. Turning to the economic impact of the crisis, global oil prices have jumped by around 25% to their highest level since 2022, amid fears that the widening Iran-Israel war could disrupt global energy supplies. The surge in crude prices has also pushed up the cost of vegetable oils and grains, raising concerns about inflation in many economies. At the same time, gold prices have fallen by more than 2% as a stronger US dollar reduced the metal's appeal among investors. Aluminium prices have also surged on fears of supply disruptions, while markets remain on edge over prolonged instability in the Middle East. The turmoil in global markets has also been felt in Pakistan. The country's benchmark KSE 100 index crashed sharply today, plunging by more than 11,000 points and closing deep in the red amid heavy selling and mounting geopolitical concerns. The index fell nearly 7% from its previous close as investor sentiment deteriorated rapidly. Trading was temporarily halted earlier in the session after the abrupt decline triggered circuit breakers at the exchange. For more on the market reaction, we're joined by our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William.
Thank you, Chris. Pakistan's stock market saw one of its steepest declines in recent years as investors reacted to the sudden spike in global oil prices and growing geopolitical tensions. The sharp fall forced the Pakistan Stock Exchange to briefly halt trading after circuit breakers were triggered early in the session. Major stocks, including K Electric and the Bank of Punjab, recorded heavy losses as investors rushed to reduce exposure. Analysts say uncertainty surrounding global energy prices and fears of economic pressure from rising fuel costs are weighing heavily on market confidence.
Sarah, thank you for that update from Islamabad. Finally, Pakistan's meteorological department has issued a warning that winds may carry toxic pollutants from Iran into western parts of Pakistan, potentially worsening air quality. The alert comes after heavy airstrikes on oil facilities in Tehran released large amounts of smoke and hazardous gases into the atmosphere. Authorities say strong winds could transport these pollutants across the border into nearby regions of Pakistan. Health experts warn that exposure to such toxic substances could lead to breathing problems and other respiratory issues, particularly for vulnerable groups. Meanwhile, the PMD has also forecast rain and thunderstorms in the northern areas of the country in the coming days. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.